started. All right, you guys. So again, welcome to the Moneyfesting webinar, to my journey that I will be sharing with you, to an opportunity that is going to change your life. For everyone that doesn't know me, I'm Laura. I'm 27 and I'm currently in Germany. I am from Germany. And I am, I'm here for a reason, and so are you. And today we're just going to try to figure out what the reason is a little bit, and I'll give you some insights and stuff like that. So I'll be sharing my screen with you. I have prepared a little presentation just very shortly, so you have some visuals. So let me get that started for you right now. No, not that one. Let's go again. There we go. So how to manifest more money in minutes. Let's get started. I want to start with saying that, you're here for a reason. And this is for you if you have maybe felt out of place. Maybe there's something that, you felt misunderstood with, or you have felt like you're different. You're meant for something bigger. You're meant for something else. And I have felt that way for a very, very long time. And I was always kind of just, trying to figure out what this place would be for me. What, where's my place in this world? And if you're looking for a way out, you're here for a reason. You're here in the right place. Let's get this thing rolling. If you just want to build, a relationship with money, a healthy relationship, if you just want to know how to invest, first and foremost, in yourself, let's freaking go. Let's go. Let's build the future that you want. And, I just want to ask everyone to drop where you're tuning in from, because I'm from Germany. I know we're globally. So drop in the chat where you're from. And I'm just going to see if I can check that out right now. Probably not. Yes. We have California. I know there's some Germans in here. Yes. Let's go. Lebanon, Belgium. I love that. We are global, you guys. We're international. I love that. I love it. So I have a question for you guys. Do you know how to send a message on your phone? Do you know how to use your smartphone? Just simply tap. Do you know how to tap with your thumb? We do it every single time. We do it every day. All of us. We do it on TikTok. We do it on Instagram. We do it on social media. We do it with our friends. We do it with our mom, with our dad. We do it every single fucking day. And excuse my French, that's just how I talk. So, we can all send a message on our phone. And you're here if you want to just admit her. And you're here if you want to manifest, if you want to create something bigger in your life, if you want to multiply your money, if you want to learn how to invest, like I said, first and foremost in yourself, but also in your future with your money, how money can become a worthy and healthy tool for you and not your enemy. Because I'm going to talk a little bit about, how I grew up. And for me, when I grew up, money was always it was kind of like the evil. I didn't really know what to do with it. When I had it, I spend it. And when I didn't have it, I spend it anyway. So, I grew up in a really healthy and loving relationship with my parents and my brother in this really small town. And we were always considering ourselves in the upper middle class. We were going on vacation twice a year. We were flying here, flying there, mostly into Turkey and Egypt. That was our thing. And, then basically we got judged for that because we lived in this small town, in this really small town. And, when you're living in a small town or surrounded by people that don't really want to see you win, you grew up in an environment of lack, of kind of fakeness. I don't know if that's a word, but you grew up in a toxic environment, basically. And that's not necessarily in your family or, in your friendship circles, but that's basically maybe the city that you're born in, or you get what I'm saying. So I grew up in this really small town, and you you couldn't dare to be different. You just couldn't dare. It was a 600 people village, little city, town, small, whatever you want to call it. And it was fucked up. Really, it was so fucked up because, you know, my brother and I, we love tattoos. We got tattoos later on. Everybody was judging us. You were judged by every single thing that you did, even if it was the right thing. You did something wrong. So I grew up not knowing who I was because I was always trying to please others. I became a freaking people pleaser. And I feel like maybe we all know this. Maybe we've all been there. Let me just go here. There we go. So I became a people pleaser. And as we all do, you know, we have some situations in life that make us the person that we're now. And for me, that was like my dad's accident, for example. You know, he had a really big motorcycle accident. He almost died from it. And people were like, you deserve this. And I was like, I have the most loving and amazing parents. How did we deserve this? And that's just an example of how toxic this whole thing was for me or for my family. And so I myself got in a really big car accident 6 years or 7 years back. People judged me. People were like, it was your fault. You were going too fast, even though I wasn't. It was not my fault at all. But this whole experiences, all these experiences, they create a program in your mind. They create a program for you. They reprogram you in a certain way. And it's not always the healthy way. So, like I said, when we grew up, we were considered this upper middle class. We were doing good. And as the years passed by, you know, I more and more saw my parents struggling. I saw them struggling more and more, financially mostly. And I was just like, this just can't be it because I didn't know how it felt like to not be on that state anymore. I didn't know what it felt like for my parents, you know, to lose their, I don't want to say like, I don't want to say that they lost like their respect, but I'm not finding the right word for this. But anyway, so I realized quickly on that, you know, just one income stream is not enough. It just doesn't hold you above the water. But I didn't know how to get out of there. And then more things started to happen. My brother, I'm really proud of him. He's my older brother, but I always felt like I was the older sister. And I'm going to be coming to a point where I'm going to be talking about a thing that changed my mindset in a really big way. But my brother is actually, I want to consider him as a survivor. We almost lost him to like alcohol and drug addiction, which was really hard on us. And I just want to share that, you know, because I personally have not been to the darkest places like my brother has, but I know what it feels like to know a person like that. And I know that there's someone out there that needs to hear this, that it's always worth it to fight forever. Basically to fight forever. Because this situation in my life changed really, really, really big part of me. That was around the time when I started my journey as an entrepreneur. That was the time when I started personal development. That was the time when I actually tried to build a healthy relationship with money. And I will come to that later, to the people that say money doesn't buy you happiness. This is bullshit, but more later. So it started something in me. You know, these really dark times that you go through, that, you know, we have to experience, they give us something to move on to, that, you know, it can only get better from there. So for me, it was personal development, because I was thinking about this whole thought of, you know, what if I changed my mindset? Because I came of a mindset of negativity. I was surrounded by, excuse my language, I was surrounded by losers. You know, if you look at the 5 people in your circle, the closest 5 people in your circle, you will know what your future will look like. I'm not even going to doubt that. Like, you will know what your future is going to look like. And, you know, we were all me and my brother and my family, we were conditioned. We were programmed for, I don't want to say like, I want to say we were programmed for negativity because we were surrounded by that. And so when my brother was in this really dark state of his life, you know, I was just thinking that, what if I can change my mindset in order to change his mindset for the better? What if I can be the one that turns this whole thing around? What if what if I, and no one else? Because it all starts within you, within yourself. You cannot wait for others to hand you on the silver plate like, this is your goal, here you go, you reached it. It's not going to happen like that. This is not how it works. So at that time, I also started sorting out my friends. I also sorted out, you know, the people that I hung around with. And was it easy? No. Was it easy to look at your habits and say, oh my God, like when I was younger, you know, I would get into the fights at the club, and, you know, I would just like be this really like short-tempered, and by the way, I always won, but this is none of this business anyway. But, you know, I was just like looking at myself, I was like, who are you? Like, who are you? And it was not easy to change, you know, your habits that you have been doing, that you have been in for 25 plus years. It's not easy, but it's worth it to look at that. It's worth it to get into this and be like, okay, you know, I'm spending all the money that I don't have. And if I have some money, I'm spending it anyway. You know, if I had some bucks in my pocket, I had to go out and buy something. I felt like a shopping addict, but, you know, it's in a bad way. And so I was sorting out friends, you know, that weren't friends anymore. And looking at that now, you know, some of them, they're still in their like 18-year-old self. And I'm here, 27, like working on myself for over a year now, and just seeing the growth and seeing like everything else. And I'm not sorry for that. I'm not sorry, because, you know, people go their own way, and people judging you for that, that's not okay. It's, you know, it's you do you. You go out there and do you. Go out there and experience what you want to experience. Go out there and, you know, take your power back. You're destined for so much more. And so when I started my whole personal development journey, and when I started my entrepreneur journey, I literally was trying to, you know, bettering myself. And there's a saying like bettering yourself 1% every single day. And I try to stick to that, you know, and I try to live by that, truly and honestly. This is really something that um it's really something that has helped me so much, you know. And give your best every single day, you know. And if it's like 75% that day, you give 100% of it, 75%. But so let me go back. When I went into this phase of, if I can change my mindset, I can change my brother's mindset, I can change my parents' mindset, I can change people's mindset out there. And I know there's people out there that need to hear the story, that in order to overcome their circumstances, you know, in order to overcome whatever they're stuck in right now. And so I did that. I'm still in this whole part. I'm still in this whole journey, and I don't think this is ever going to stop. I don't think this is ever going to stop. And looking back now, I'm actually just now, I'm 27. I'm 27, and I'm just starting to figure out who I am. When I was younger, I would always look in other people for who I was. I was always looking for, you know, significance and validation in them. I was always trying to be like them in order to get, the validation that they got, because I was just like them. But I really quickly figured out that it's just not how this works. And so, like I said, everything really just starts within yourself, and you cannot blame your circumstances or the people around you for the situation that you're in. Yes, it's hard to accept that, but if you let the circumstances and the people around you dictate or like take control of yourself, you're losing control over yourself and everything around you. You literally give away the power. You give away the power to them, and you're losing control over yourself and over your situation, over your life and everything. So there's one beautiful thing that we have inside of us, and that is the power to change everything inside of us. And we need to learn it. It's hard, but everything starts in here and in here and here. And we got to realize that, because everything that you feed your mind and you feed your brain, and everything that you put inside of you, no one can take that away from you. No one can take that away from you. You can be the only one that makes it possible for yourself to get it taken away. And don't ever let that happen. Don't ever let that happen. And I realized that, I want to create my own future. I want to create my own destiny. I don't want to live by someone else's standards. I want to create my own standards. And just the way I like it. And I don't believe anymore in coincidences. I just don't. I do believe in the universe. I do believe that your story is already written. You just have to step into your power. But I do not believe in coincidences. And that makes me feel like you guys are here for a reason. You're maybe looking for something. Maybe something's missing. Like significance, certainty, uncertainty, growth, contribution, love. You're looking for your meaning in this life. You're looking for something so much bigger. You're looking for your purpose in all of this fucked up society, because it is fucked up. I don't ever watch the news anymore because it makes me like want to, I don't know, throw up. It's insane. So you got to remember, though, no one is coming to save you. No one is out there, like I said, handing you the silver plate with, your goal on it, like you reached it like that. That's not going to happen. No one is going to come and save you. No one will. So everything that you would ever want, everything that you would ever want to create for yourself, it's already done by the universe. It's already done. You just have to realize that. You just have to realize that you have to go out there and step into the power and step into your power, your habits, your blockages, your money blockages, all of that we gained and that we programmed when we were younger and that was like forced inside our head is blocking us from stepping actually into our power. It's holding us back, and it's holding us back to step into our true potential. But you got to go out there. You got to go out there and, do the work. You have to figure out what kind of choices you have to make in order to get that and that result. You cannot expect to get it handed, to just, you can't wait for a miracle. It's just not going to happen like that. There might not ever be a miracle. Probably never. And you got to figure it out, And like I said, money, the people that say money doesn't buy you happiness, that is absolutely bullshit, because money buys you things that create your happiness. It can buy you things that create your happiness. You know, money is a tool to make you happy. So bullshit those people. Bullshit them. You need money in your life in order to survive, in order to live, in order to get places. Money doesn't buy you happiness is absolute bullshit, in my opinion. And this is right. My opinion is right on this one. So, and you know, you guys, being poor, not having enough of something, not having enough of money, love, energy, happiness, it takes away the energy of you. It takes away, you know, it's just so much energy that you lose on that end. And it doesn't have to be like that. It really doesn't. So think about what the people said to you when you were younger about money. You know, oh my God, we can't afford that. Oh, you know, not this time. Or what do they say? What did they say when you grew up? You know, same thing. Was it getting better? Was it getting worse? And what do they say now to you? And how does that affect you? How does that make you feel? But don't let it define you. You know, find a way, find a solution. And you're here for a reason, like I said, like 600 times already, because I have the solution. We have the solution. We have an opportunity that is created for the people out there that are hungry, that want to turn this whole thing around, that want to break generational curses, that want to just experience life that is worth living. And I am just, you know, I'm still speechless of this opportunity that I got myself into because of amazing people. And you guys, I have 5 steps. So how do we become a person that, you know, attracts money or gets successful? I have 5 steps for you. First of all, decide you are worthy. Decide that you're enough now, not tomorrow, not in a week, not in a year. You're worthy and you're enough right now. And you were yesterday as well. And the week before and the year before. You've always been enough. You've always been worthy of success, of abundance, of money, of love and happiness, and whatever you want to achieve in life, that you want to receive in life. So, second of all, honor your money story. You know, don't ever forget where you came from. Don't ever forget how it made you feel. Don't ever forget it, because it shaped you into the person that you are right now. And it's nothing that you have to be ashamed of. It's nothing that we should be ashamed of. It's something that is part of us, and we should truly respect that. We should truly honor that. So it's just a part of us, you know, and it will never go away. So why ignore it or why hide it? Third of all, confront your fears. Confront your fears and get over them. How do we get over them? We become bigger than our fears when we outgrow them, when we become bigger than them. Success starts at the end of your comfort zone. So when we're comfortable, like in our job, with our friends, in like whatever, it's the old habits that we have. It's the old like relationships that we have. And it's comfortable because we know it. But success starts outside of your whole comfortable bubble. So get out of it. Get out of it and do something new. Fourth point, forgive yourself and others. Forgive yourself and others. Firstly, yourself, probably, and then others. But I just read the other day that, you know, you don't have to forgive to move on, because once you move on, you, in that time, you forgive them, like automatically, like it's done, because you outgrow the pain, you outgrow everything that they've done to you, everything that you've experienced with them. Move on and then forgive. Last point, make a commitment, make a conscious commitment to rewrite your story, to get out there and, align with your future self, align with the person that you're supposed to be, align with the person that the universe has created you to be. So go out there and own it, own your decisions, own everything that you've decided for, own everything that you made choices for. Just own it, step into your power. And how do we form that like positive habit, that habit in like stepping into our power, or doing something different? Again, it starts within ourselves, because the words you speak prophesy your future. The words you speak prophesy your future. Internal talk is so important. Internal talk and how you talk is so crucial. It is so crucial that, everything that you're saying, you give life to. Everything that you're thinking, you give life to. And you can't talk about, I can't afford it, I don't have the money, and then expect to live a wealthy life. You can't talk defeat or pain or fear or something and expect to live a life of abundance. It does not work that way. It just simply doesn't. So once you rewire and reprogram by changing your speech, by changing your words, by changing internal and externally how you talk, that is the very first step. And in the beginning, you like stand in front of the mirror and you're like, I'm a money magnet. I'm abundant. And you simply do not or might not believe yourself. But once you get into that habit, you're standing in front of the mirror and you're like, damn, girl, you're a money magnet. Oh my God, like, look at you. I was standing in front of the mirror today, like jumping up and down to a song that made me just feel insane, powerful, like unstoppable. And, just looking at myself and saying, you are the person that's going to change people's lives. You're going to change your family's life. You're going to change your own life, is powerful, you guys. And once you feel that, once you get in a state of this powerful, like, energy, you become addicted to this. You become addicted to personal development and like self-development, how you work on yourself. And once you realize that the words you speak and the thoughts that you think create your future, you get real careful about what you let in and what you let out, like what you like, don't come in my head. You get really careful about this. And it's just powerful once you realize that everything you say and everything you think becomes reality or can become reality. And you gotta walk out there. Hold on, I have like another slide. Yeah, you attract what you speak. You attract who you are, what you are. You become what you think about. You become what you think about. If you're thinking about negative, like people, negativity, lack, fear, self-doubt, that's what you're going to get. That is so what you're going to get. Your words are prophesying your future. You are prophesying your future. And just ask yourself, are the words that I'm speaking bricks or flowers? Am I throwing bricks at myself every single fucking day? Or am I handing myself flowers every single day? And I believe flowers is the more amazing part in this. But hey guys, I was talking about, manifesting and having a money mindset. And once you realize that everything around you is energy, everything around you is power, and everything that you're saying is energy and power, and everything that you're saying is what you're attracting, you become more and more abundant every single day. And that, thinking that I'm a money magnet, I am money, I'm manifesting like money into my life with multiple streams of income. Like if you write down, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm having multiple streams of income, and they come fluently to me on like a continuously basis every single day. I'm a money magnet. You, like I said, attract the things that you say. So you become a money magnet. And don't expect it like in the next minute or so. Like you have to continuously do it and consciously do it in order to not only become it, but also in order to change your habits. So I have been talking about, manifesting and everything. So now I want to show you an opportunity that is actually letting you manifest money into your life in minutes. I have partnered up with an amazing company that has completely turned my life around. I'm just so simply grateful. We have apps designed by in-house people that, let us earn money from our phone. The word Wi-Fi money here is like, it's like the term because it just hits home. And we have 4 apps that, let us have 4 multiple streams of income on a daily basis. It's a skill, that you can either learn, or it's something that you can simply leverage. So we have Shift, Titan, NFX, and Relic. We have 4 major markets in the financial markets. And it's just, the most amazing thing. Just think about it. We're on our phone every day anyway. So why not, take advantage of it? If you're simply still paying only for your phone, not making money off of it, you're doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong. And I'm going to show you exactly how we do it, just in a quick way, to give you an overview, an insight, an exclusive insight on this. And I'm just, I just want to give, and I'll come to that story later. We also have some guest speakers that I haven't even talked about yet, but, it's going to be one of the most amazing parts because these guys are amazing. And so I'm going to show you exactly how, for example, Shift works right now. So you guys, what you just saw is revolutionary. This is the future of technology. This is the future of every single smartphone that we have on this earth. What you just saw is literally a game changer for every single one of you out there. If you're not leveraging technology nowadays, again, you're doing something wrong. And let me just go here. So I just want to explain just a little bit about what you have to do. It's 4 steps, literally 4 steps. You can count it on one hand. It's simple as fuck. So you have to first locate the currency that you're supposed to be trading and investing in. And in this one, it's US dollar and Canadian dollar. You look for the call, if it's a buy or a sell. You look at the take profits down here. Take profit 1, for example. You copy, you paste it in the MetaTrader 4 app, and you go back, you copy the stop loss, you go back, paste it into the MetaTrader 4 app, you hit the button, boom, you set a trade. You let it run and you rocket to profits. Like, ladies and gentlemen, this is the future. If I have no words for this. This is the future, exclamation point. So I'm just gonna go here. The company that I've partnered up with is Be a better you for a better tomorrow. And you guys, it's not only about investing and trading. For me, it was in the beginning. For me, it was only about, making some money on the side, having a couple $100 extra a month. But realizing that, and I've said this before, I'm in self-developing and like a self-development process right now for over a year. And just realizing that this is so much more than just the money part. You guys, this is a whole community. And this is what I was talking about in the beginning. If you're feeling misunderstood, if you've always felt different, if you've always felt out of place maybe, and not like from this earth maybe, I don't know. For me, I have found my people. I have found a community and people that I'm working with, that I'm like, they support me, I support them. It's everything that I've ever wanted. It's everything that I've ever looked for in my life, because I simply never felt this way about something else in my life. And B is an amazing community of like-minded people that, they trade and invest, you get the same alerts, but you always can like make your own profit. There's 100% transparency. And I'm just so happy and excited to be here and be sharing all of this, because I'm 100% standing behind this. And if you've never really stood behind something in your life, 100%, the feeling is just different. The feeling is different. The community is different. And whatever you decide and whatever questions you have, whatever problems you have, this community is here to support you no matter what. We're all individual. What I love about this, it doesn't matter if you're male or female. It doesn't matter what age you are. Disclaimer, 18 plus, but just on the side note. It doesn't matter if like what color, what skin color, what hair color, what eye color. If you're pierced, if you're tattooed, it does not freaking matter. It's an effort-based opportunity. And past profits do not guarantee future results. So you have to put in the freaking work to own it, to get the profits, to actually turn your life around. And you guys, I just want to give you an exclusive insights on what this opportunity, what will be in for you, what will be in it for you, what will you get, And so we have some bundles here prepared for you guys. You can choose, you can actually create your own bundle that is like specifically made for you. So if bundle 1 and 2, you get 1 or you get 2 apps in this one. And no, actually just 1 app and another app with an artificial intelligence strategy that analyzes the charts for you. We do have a bundle 3 and 4 where you get a lot more already. But also, if you look down here, the monthly price goes down because we have a monthly price and we have a one-time fee. So the monthly price goes down. You guys, $99 and $75. If I look at my phone bill, I was paying that. I was paying $75 for my freaking phone because I wanted to have like all-inclusive like data or something like that. I don't know. Germany's freaking expensive. So looking at this monthly price and knowing that I can do this in a couple of hours on these apps is insane to me. And if you're not leveraging all of this, again, you're doing something wrong. So we have bundle 3 and bundle 4. You get like more apps and more things. And obviously there's one of the best bundles ever out there where you get freaking everything. And it's called Elite because we all want to be elite in life, you know. What Elite has exclusively that comes with it is Quest. And I'm going to be going just briefly into this. Quest is a travel platform, and who doesn't like to travel? You know, drop a 1 in the chat if you love to travel. Drop a 1 in the chat if you want to go places in life, if you want to see, you know, if you want to see the world, if you want to show the world, you know, to your kids, to your nephews, to your parents, to your friends, to whatever, you know, whoever you want to be with. And Quest is powerful, you guys. So I just want to go into Quest briefly. It's a travel platform, like I said, and what comes with it. You can have savings up to 75% with this on everything. Hotels, flights, cruises, cars. We've listed it here. Like restaurants, you can even get like gift cards for like Christmas or whatever. It doesn't matter. You can get exclusive discounts on everything that is travel or maybe even like gift related, which is insane to me. Insane to me. And you can even, there's even like a feature that where you can send your Quest dollars to a family member or a friend or whoever you'd like to. And you gain back 20% on whatever they spend with the Quest dollars. Insane. Insane. Like this is literally insane. So let's go on. I have talked about some guest speakers that I'm bringing from the company, you know, and I'm going to be starting with one lady that is incredibly special to me. And, you know, I'm an emotional wreck right now, so I'm trying not to cry, but, you know, don't mind me. And we've met in a previous company. We have been, you know, we've been working together for over a year, and it's just been amazing. Like looking at my growth, looking at the person that I'm looking up to is just amazing. How she leads with passion, how she leads with power. She's a freaking powerhouse. She's German as well, so we have it in our bloods, just saying. And you know, it's just amazing. We've met like I believe 3 times in our lives, and she just feels so close to my heart. She's a powerhouse. She made over 10K in her first 30 months in the company, and I'm just so freaking proud to be part of this team, to be mentored by this lady who's absolutely insane. She's crushing it. I feel like she doesn't sleep. She's like, how did we call you, Zombie Barbie or something like that? It was insane. Like she puts in everything that she's got for every single one that is hungry and willing and coachable and wants to succeed in life, who wants success in life. And Alina, I'm so freaking proud that you're on this call. I'm so freaking proud that you're going to be sharing a little bit about yourself. And I'm just so grateful for your mentorship and for everything that you've taught me, for everything that you're doing for us, and everything that, you know, will ever come in the future. You know, I'm here. I'll be always on the team. And let's freaking go. The stage is yours.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please just, y'all, don't call me Zombie Barbie, okay? I'm literally, I have anxiety when I hear about zombies. Like, this is weird. But thank you so much. And please, you know, like these, I just want to make sure, like these question marks, like put the gold there for Nick, okay? He will talk later about guys, but yeah, thank you so much for this amazing call, for putting this all together, Laura. I'm so freaking proud of you. Like, just for me to see as a leader, as your mentor, your personal growth is absolutely insane. Now you're always a little bit, you know, like close to the water and stuff. Just ask me, okay? But I hope I won't make you cry with this, and if you do, I will enjoy it. So I'm so freaking proud of you, honestly, to see you grow. You know, I literally can remember when you was literally so afraid of like speaking and, you know, opening up and stuff like that. And for me, just to see what kind of things you achieved since you're here in B, and how much you stepped out of your comfort zone and truly become, like, every single day become, get a little bit closer to really become your best version of yourself. I know that you can feel the growth in yourself. I know you, like, you can, you know, you literally told me today, I can feel it, I can feel it, and I can feel it too. I see it in you, and I know you have all the potential. I believe so much in you, and I cannot wait to literally celebrate you here, become one of the top leaders here in this company, because you have it all inside of you. Okay, just time hasn't catch up yet, but just in the fact that you were doing this call here for the team, and just like leading and serving, and just, you know, want to put some value out there, this is literally the first step in you, you know, stepping into that. So I'm super proud of you. I'm super honored to be speaking on this call today. So just that you guys get to know me a little bit better. I'm Alina, 27 from Germany. Okay, I'm right now here in Miami, so I have the nice view here behind me. Okay, but this was not something that I was used to grow up with. Okay, so I think we're talking here about, you know, like money mindset and how to manifest money, like, right, manifesting, like, this literally the most genius term ever. So props to you, Laura. I will probably use that term one, like, a little bit more often, because I love it. Anyways, but when I started my business, I was jobless. Okay, I got kicked out from my job. I was always in debt. I was in the minus with my bank account. So for me, having a healthy money mindset was not something that I grew up with. I always used to think money is hard to earn. I always used to think money does not grow on trees. Put a 1 in the chat if you at least one time in your life heard that term from somebody that told you that money does not grow on trees, guys. How funny is that? Because literally money does grow on trees. Because if you know how money is produced, like, it's literally freaking paper, right? Like, this is just bullshit. Okay, so forget that term, first of all, right? Second of all, I always saw my parents struggle. I always saw my parents fight about money. So I used to think that money is always a topic that nobody really likes to talk about, because everyone is in lack of it. Like, you don't ever have enough, right? You always have to worry about it. You always have to hold on to it. And the thing is, guys, with really like wealthy people, do you think that a multi-millionaire would worry about a $100 bill, would worry about even thousands of dollars? No, right? So if you want to step into that mindset, if you want to step into that, you know, wealth kind of abundance mindset, you need to leave these thoughts behind. But obviously, if you grew up with that, you've been programmed that way, you've been conditioned that way to believe that money is hard to earn. You have to hustle, you have to give up things, you have to, you know, hold on to your money. Don't spend it on unnecessary things. For example, when I always wanted that luxury lifestyle. I always wanted, you know, like, big and better and more. So when I wanted that, even though I just, you know, I was not ungrateful or something, but I just was striving for more, which is a normal thing, right? Like, we always strive for more, guys. Like, we're the natural human beings. We want to grow in life, right? But if you constantly hear from your surroundings, your parents or whoever, and they tell you you're ungrateful if you're asking for more, you will believe that you're not even worthy of having more, because you're just ungrateful, right? But in fact, if you want more in your life, you can be grateful at the same time for the smallest things that you have, right? So for me, I always felt I'm not grateful because I am aiming for more, right? And this is what my mindset was. I always thought, okay, I cannot have more. I'm not deserving. I'm not worthy. And I feel like that's a lot of people, and that's why a lot of people are struggling so much with this, because a lot of people grow up that way. Like, who of you actually grew up in a very wealthy family and never had to worry about money? Put a 2 in the chat. And if I don't see any 2s popping, I believe that we're all in the same boat, right? So it's hard to get out of that mindset. So for me, losing my job and having to, you know, so I got social security government money, basically, which is like a service, a social security service in Germany that you get when you don't have a job. So you are okay, like, I earned, like, in a month I earned like maybe $600 or 600 euros or something, which is not a lot of money. You can definitely not live off of that. You cannot afford an apartment. You won't get an apartment if you're jobless. So they won't even give you anything like to change that situation, right? So I was living with my mom at that point. I lost my apartment, lost everything, basically broke up with my ex-boyfriend at that time, really toxic relationship, whatever. But I was just, trying to cut off all the negativity in my life. And the funny thing is, I remember exactly the day when I got the call from my work and they told me, hey, like, you will be here for like 2 weeks longer and that's it. And I was like, what? Like, what? Like I couldn't believe it. And it's really funny to me because before I actually got that call, I was slowly getting into manifesting. I was slowly getting into, the law of attraction, abundance, and all this type of stuff that that you hear people talk about all the time, especially when you're here on the team, like having a good mindset and stuff like that. So I was writing down, I will find my path. I'm so happy and grateful now that I found my career, that I found my path that I want to do. And I always knew I didn't want to work there. I hated that job. I hated it so much. And I just had the job because it paid me, right? It paid me somehow for me to not quit. So I got the call and first of all, I was shocked. And I literally started crying, like just from the shock, right? And then I started laughing at the same time because I was just like, oh my God, like I'm so aligned. I'm so aligned with the universe. Thank you so much, because that's exactly what I wanted. So in case it's something happening in your life, guys, and you think like you don't really get it, like, why is that happening to me right now? It is happening because you asked for it. If you want to get to the next level, how can you expect to continue with your life like this? You're not going to get anywhere if you keep on going like this. So you have to change yourself. You have to change something somewhat in order to get to that next level. So in case you're going through a lot of stuff right now, you're dealing with a lot of bullshit where you think like, okay, so what's freaking next? Like, okay, another thing, just, let it go, let it coming. This is happening for you right now to get you to the next level. And even if it's just sharing that magical story in the end of the tunnel where you be like, guys, like, this is what I did. And this is how I got there. This is what I've been through. Because if you want to become a leader, if you want to become a person of inspiration, person of value, you need to go through that type of shit. Because it would be really, really boring if like people would ask you, right? Like we're all sitting here on this call, nobody from us was ever wealthy. And imagine just one of you guys would ask me, okay, so Alina, like, how did you do that? And I would be like, you know what? Like I was just born really wealthy and, yeah, that's it. Wouldn't be really inspiring for you guys, right? So I'm glad that I went through all that shit, because guys, like when you're struggling, you're coming to me and being like, hey, I'm struggling right now. I can probably give you an answer. I can probably teach you something that like my train of thought that I trained myself on to go through these type of things, to make it at least, better for me, to keep my focus on the things that I actually wanted, instead of, being caught up in this thought of limitation, in this thought of lack, and this thought of scarcity mindset. Because I went through that. I was there. Okay. So I lost my job, had to move back to my mom's place and everything. And I was truly just devastated, right? But at the same time, I was like, you know what? Like, if this is happening right now, it just happens for me. I always kept on telling myself that I make the best out of it. This is the least that I can do. I cannot change anything in that way right now. So you better stop complaining, because if you complain about the things that are bothering you, what will happen? You are exactly in that law, like that vibration, and you will attract more of it. That was always me. I was always complaining. I cannot afford this. I cannot afford that. I have money issues. I have money problems. I can't buy this. I don't know what to do. And guess what happened? I attracted just more of that bullshit. Right? So with me changing my mind, shifting my mindset around, being like, hey, you know what? I don't have a lot right now, but I'm at least grateful for what I have. Because it could have been worse, right? I was happy and grateful that I could literally sleep on the floor in my mom's house, instead of literally sleeping, I don't know, under a bridge or something. Like, there's people out there that don't have a family that they can go back to, right? So if you have a roof over your head, you literally are very lucky. Consider yourself of the wealthy people from, a certain percentage of the world that don't even have that. Sometimes you just got to check yourself. How grateful am I? And I want you guys to right now drop it in the chat. What are you grateful for right now? It just needs to be really basic. Can be really basic. The sun is shining. I can breathe air. My feet are working. I can, grab things with my healthy hands, whatever it might be. Get grateful for the basic things and the smallest things into your life, because I'm telling you, being grateful, having a grateful heart. And I don't see anything popping in the chat right now, guys. Like, what are we grateful for? Pop it in the chat. I want to see something. Get grateful, because a grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. And I remember my grandma always used to tell me that, and I truly just understood it once I actually actively practiced it every single day, practicing gratitude, being grateful for the small things that I had to attract more of it. And that's what happened, guys. I literally attracted this business into my life, turned my whole life around, was building in the middle of the pandemic while people were losing jobs left and right, me included, building a 6-figure business out of nowhere. How did I do that? By literally being grateful for the things that I had and leveraging, taking risks, shifting my mindset from lack to abundance. And I still don't see anything in the chat. What is going on? Why is nobody talking in the chat, guys? Drop it in the chat. What are you grateful for right now? Something basic. And I hope you all are listening still. Because we have more guest speakers. Grateful for my job. That's amazing, right? Because it gives you money. There's people out there that don't have a job. They're struggling right now. They don't know how to pay their bills. So at least as you have that, grateful for mentorship. Amazing, right? Get that guidance. Yes. Have food, bed, in my family. Love that. These are like sometimes things that we used to forget. And we think like all the time about the things that we don't have, when in fact we have so many things. But if you are aiming for something in your life and you always just come from a place of lack, how do you want to get there? Be grateful for everything that you have right now. And I'm telling you, it will be a lot easier for you to attract the things that you actually want to have in your life, right? Be grateful, but thrive for more. That's what I learned, okay? So with that being said, guys, I'm just going to give it back to Laura. She will probably introduce the next speaker. And I'm just super happy and super grateful for all of you guys, okay? Because you keep me going. You inspire me to move forward, because I really want to impact the most amount of lives. So guys, whatever you might need, you can always feel free to reach out to me. And I give it back to Laura.
Oh my God. Thank you, Alina, so much. That was like, I always love listening to your story, because, you know, it every single time, you know, there's something else that I pick up that I'm like, oh my God, like, it's crazy to me how she overcame that, or how she dealt with that. Like, it's just insane to me how, like, what a strong, amazing, powerful, badass person you are. And it's just like insane to me. Like, I'm always grateful for you as my mentor, and like, I don't want to cry. So I'm gonna stop right there. Oh my God. So yes, we have another speaker, and I will pin her right now. She actually helped me like put this whole thing together. She gave me so much tips. Like, I actually met her in the previous company as well. And I actually don't know if we like actually met in person, like in person, or if we just like said hi or something. But you know, it's just that she has a presence that is incredible. When she like comes into the room, like, first of all, like, this whole company looks like a model agency. Like, all these ladies are incredible. Men, you guys too, but like the ladies, like, they're rocking it. And so, Savvy, you're incredible. I am so grateful for all your help, for everything that, you know, you've done for me, for everything that you do for the team. I see you like traveling the freaking world just as Alina, but like, it's just, I don't want to cry though. It's just that, you know, every single mentor has his or her own like way of doing things. And I appreciate every single thing, and I appreciate every single one, because they all give you so much. And because Sabby put this whole thing with me together, like, I'm extra grateful right now. And what she is like looking at, everything turns into gold. Like, she is just crushing it. She came into this business and she hit Sapphire in like a week or 10 days. I don't even remember. It was like that. So she's a badass as well. Like, I am so freaking proud to have you on this call, and the stage is yours.
Oh my God, Laura. First of all, hello everyone. I want you guys to drop some fires in the chat for Laura. Let's draw. I want to see a lot of fires in the chat for Laura, because what she's doing today, it's definitely outside of her comfort zone, and she pushed herself outside. You did this, babe. I did not help you. I just said few words, and that's it. It's all about you. Laura is it's like one of these people that are like very hungry for success, and you tell them something, they will do it because they really want to see the results. She's been in this business for a little while, and she was so consistent. And I haven't met you for a very long time, but since I met you, you've grown so much. The way you show up, the way you talk, the way you help other, your heart, everything about you is amazing, and I want you to keep going and growing, and I'm so proud of you. And I'm blessed to be here today. Thank you for having me. Hello, everyone. My name is Sabrina. I am 30. Well, today is not about me. It's not about anyone else. It's about Laura, right? But I'm here to share a little bit about my journey with this business. And since we're talking about manifesting, I want to share with you guys a little story, okay? So my name is Sabrina. I'm 30. I am in California. I'm originally Algerian, in North Africa. So I was born to a very poor family. I was the oldest of 7, and my dad was the only one who's, providing. So since a very young age, like probably since I was 4, I knew that I had a huge responsibility over my shoulders. I knew that I was that daughter that was meant to change her family's destiny. I had no idea how, right? I was literally living in hell. But what I did, before I even know about manifesting, before I even know about law of attraction, I didn't know anything until last year about this whole world, right? I created for myself a little bubble, a little world that I was like, everything around me was fire, but inside that my world, it was paradise. I planted the trees I wanted, the ideas that I wanted. I designed my dream future for myself and my family inside that world. I had absolutely no idea how I would get there. Absolutely no idea. Like how many of you guys been in a situation, like been in very hard, in a hard situation, and then you'll look at where you want to go and you'll be like, this is almost impossible. Like, I don't know how someone like me in this situation will get there, And that's what I was thinking about. I'm like, I don't even know how I'm going to get there. But one thing I know, that one day I will make it. And it's not just because of me, it's because of my family. They only have me. So at the age of 23, I decided to move out of the country. I didn't know where I will go. I didn't know how I will do it, but I decided, and God opened the doors for me, right? I moved out of the country to finish my education in a country that I did not know the language. I didn't know anyone. I didn't know anything. I just, took a leap of faith. And then unfortunately, a year after I moved in and started going to school and started creating this little life for myself, so I can build my dreams, my dad get really sick and he cannot work no more. So now I am the oldest. I'm the only one who's like done with school, or like at least back home I was done with school. So I'm the one who needs to step up into that position. So I found myself a young lady of like 23 years old trying to continue her education outside of her hometown to create that dream life for herself and her family, taking care of 9 people, most of them going to school. So if you don't work, the food is not going to be on the table. If you don't provide money, my siblings are not going to go to school. If I don't provide money, probably they are not going to have clothes on, right? But I was in all this, situation. I still like kept on my, working on my dream, because I was brainwashed that, getting a degree is the only way for me to build that dream. Getting a degree in the USA is the only way for me to build that dream. That dream was too big, and nothing else was good enough to kind of help me get there. I didn't know about other opportunities, and I didn't have people around me that will tell me about opportunities like this. That's why I'm forever grateful for this community. I'm forever grateful for the person who showed me this business at first place, because I did not know that this existed. And if you're invited today by Laura here, just now, she's literally an angel that was put in your life for a reason. And this opportunity, if you decide to take action on it today, it will change your life. Just like it did with me, with Elena, with Nick, with Laura, and so many other ones. And I'm not just talking about money, right? Yeah, we're talking about manifesting money today, but like money is just like a word to explain what we want in life. We want freedom, right? Success is equals to freedom to be whatever you want, to do whatever you want, right? So fast forward, I actually graduated, and with the struggle of everything that was happening in pandemic, I found a job in my what I called my dream field, but I wasn't fulfilled. I was overworked, underpaid. I was stressed. I was in the darkest place of my life, praying for God, like, please give me something, save me, because if that's how life is supposed to be, I don't want it no more. So I had to pick up the pieces and open my eyes and open like my heart, everything, to see the opportunities that were presented to me, because there was so many other opportunities presented at the same time. And I took action on all of them. The whole year of 2021 was trials and failures for me. I tried so many other businesses. Every time I see something, I'm like, this is it. That's what I want. This is it. That's what I want. But everything I tried, I wasn't successful. Now I know why. It's not because that business module doesn't work. It's not because, I wasn't putting in the work, because I was putting in the work. It's not because I did not invest in myself, because I did invest in myself. It's because I did not have the right mindset. I did not have the right mindset. And the person last year, exactly this time or a month before this time, it wasn't deserving of what I have today, because I was a different person and I needed to work on myself. And I always wanted to do that, but I didn't have the privilege. I remember always saying like, okay, when I have at least 1 hour of time where I can divide that 1 hour between taking a shower and reading a book, I will focus on my self-development. I thought that was too busy to work on myself. So when I came into this industry, that's what I started doing. Working on myself, because I had no other choice. I had to either make it work or make it work. I don't have a privilege to say if it doesn't work, I'll move to other thing. Oh, this might not work. It has to work. And since I started working on my mindset, I started looking at money in the other way. When I was young, I always was like, I had these conversations with God. I'm like, God, why my family is so poor? They are the nicest people in earth. Literally, my mom will take money or food out to our table to provide to someone else. And I always tell her, like, we don't have enough for ourselves. Like, how are you providing for other people? I'm like, those people are very, very nice. Why do they have the life that they want? You know why? Because that's what they attracted. My mom and dad, they were always complaining about money, always. The same thing Alina said, money does not grow on trees, right? We don't have money. Until today, they still struggle with the same mindset, even though they are living a life 10 times better than what they lived before. That are not people that want to attract this, this money, this wealth that is coming to their life. So we came to conclusion that is not about hard work. It's all about you, your mindset, your belief, and how you see money. You become that person who attracts money. When you work on yourself, you do that work and you remove all these limited beliefs that is stopping you from, stepping to your full potential, step into that person, the best version of yourself. Opportunities will come to you, just like this opportunity came to you, right? And this is going to be a way for you to make that money. Today, I traveled last year, I cannot even account how many times I've traveled. I met successful people along the way. I'm forever grateful to have this community. I was able to go back to see my family they did not see in 5 years. My dad got sick, my mom got sick. My brother almost got killed. I wasn't able to go to see them because money was the problem. And I'm getting very, very vulnerable with you guys here today, you know, because money was, but I was able to do it because of this opportunity right now. I was able to pay $30,000 in debts this whole year that I was doing this business. And this is just to show you guys that it is possible for every single one of you. Now that you have this opportunity in front of you, you have Laura to work with. She's an amazing, amazing, amazing person, an amazing leader that will take care of you. She takes care of people that are not in her team. She's gonna take care of you, right? And if you're willing to put in the work, today is the day. You heard from Elena, you heard from myself, you heard from Laura, you're gonna hear from Nick. And you'll see we're just average people that wanted to make it work. We worked on it and we're making it work. We're nowhere close to where we want to be. We have huge goals, we have huge visions for our team, for everyone in here, and we're just gonna grow. Okay, thank you so much, Laura, for having me in. Thank you guys for listening. I'm gonna give it back to Laura and I'll see you all in the team, hopefully.
Thank you, Savvy, so much. That was incredible. I've never heard the whole story, so I'm very touched. I'm very, like, we all know by now, I'm very emotional. So thank you for sharing that, getting vulnerable. And you guys, it's just, you know, we're family here, and, you know, we share our stories in order to reach people, in order to, you know, grow ourselves, in order to become the better version of ourselves. And I'm so thankful, Savvy. Thank you for being on the call, and thank you for everything that you do. Last but not least, I believe the only guy in here. I have Nick. I know there's question marks on the PowerPoint presentation, and it has a reason why. Because I had question marks for all of the 3 guest speakers. Yes, you're seeing right. So I had question marks just, you know, to realize or to remember that I wanted to put in like a name for you guys. But yesterday something happened on a call, and I'll tell you a little bit about what happened. So we were kind of talking about, you know, how to share the opportunity and everything. And Nick asked me, you know, why are you doing this? And I was like, well, for my family, you know, because I want to help them and I want to, you know, I want to create an impact. And he goes, but why? And I was like, well, they've been struggling, you know, and I want to do this. And he goes, but why you? And I started thinking, and I started realizing that, you know, I'm going to be the one that wants to break the generational curses, that wants to turn this whole thing around. And I asked myself again, but why me? I realized that I've always been this like saver, or like the person that has like the social thing inside of her that wants to go out there and loves, you know, how I make people feel by helping them, by making them feel something, by just, you know, I would rather go out there and make people happy than make me happy. And I realized that, you know, it's just my whole freaking purpose to be here. It has changed something deep inside of me where I was like, and yes, we're at this point right now, that I literally realized that I want to make a bigger impact than I ever could have imagined. I want to go out there and make people's lives the best that they can. And I want to be so selfless out there. I want to give it my all and change everything for everyone. So Nick, that's why you have the question marks right there still, because he comes up on the call and he just like makes you fucking cry in front of everybody else. And he's just like a surprise package. You don't know what he's gonna like speak about now. Like, you don't know. So he made me fucking bawl my eyes out yesterday. Thanks for that again. And he's just like, he's making an impact every single time he opens his mouth. Like every single thing that he says is, first of all, so heartfelt, is so like incredible, and so like, it just makes such an impact on you every single fucking time. Nick, the stage is yours. Like, thank you so much for being on the call.
Look, well, you're talking about me making you cry. You're about to make me cry. And look, we don't all need to see that right now because I'm an ugly crier. Okay, so we're gonna do a little of this, and we're gonna get on with it. So, guys, I'm super super excited to be here. I want to pass it back to Laura. I want to Nalina and Sabby. It's amazing to hear from these strong, powerful women that are taking over this industry and taking over the entire company as it is, guys. Like, you are looking at the next diamond inside of the company, and I couldn't be more grateful to be working with you guys because you inspire me to go harder than I ever have in this industry. So it's amazing that I can make that impact because it's all I've ever wanted. I was talking to my mentor, Mr. Jose Ardone, yesterday, and we were getting a little bit deep, like where I'm at in my journey. And he's truly a coach where he wants to know where you're at. And because he's gone and he's helped so many people change their lives, he knows, he's very aware of where a leader at, or if somebody's ready to go to that next level. He's not just going to say it to say it. He's gonna let you know exactly where you're at. And I was telling him, I said, Jose, like, it's so wild to me. I was going through some old things, a couple months ago, and I came across a folder that I did. It was actually my junior year of high school. I took like a developmental class where they were doing like a business development class where they're having you do resumes, cover letters, and all kinds of stuff. So this was in 2009, and I literally, my teacher asked me, she said, hey, like, what you're going to do is write a letter to yourself of where you're going to be 10 years from now. I had no idea where I truly wanted to be. I was playing sports. I was like really lost in what I was going to do. I was really struggling on a personal level. A lot of people didn't know. I'm actually with my best friend, Andrew, right now, and I'll talk about him in a second here and how he changed my life. And I had no idea where my life was headed. I was suicidal. I had a lot of stuff going on a personal level, but it was like a double-edged sword because I was suicidal, but I wasn't, right? I didn't have problems with friends or anything like that, but I don't know. There was just something on the inside of me when I was at home and I was alone and I wasn't around my friend groups and stuff like that, just stuff that I had to deal with on a personal level. And I was writing this letter to myself, and I actually didn't. This is the first time I've read it, guys, since 2009. It's 2022, and I wrote, and I'm going to summarize it for you because it was about a good paragraph long. I said in the next 10 years, I'm going to be making an impact on thousands of people's lives. I don't know what I'm going to be doing or how I'm going to be doing it, but I'm going to be able to go out there and share my story with people and change their lives. That's all I knew. That's all I knew. And I think it's because also, if I look back, I'm going to share something I don't really share with people, but I almost committed suicide back in 2008. And I was that close from flatlining. And I got 5150, which basically means they put you into a mental institution. I want to say it's a mental institution, but they put you in an institution to make sure that you're not suicidal to continue. You have to be there for 72 hours, okay? And I was there, and in that moment, I knew I wasn't, like, extremely suicidal. Like, I knew I wasn't crazy or anything like that. Like, I sat down with the doctor, and he's like, hey, look, you have to wait out 72 hours, but you're good. Like, you just have a bunch of stuff going on that you don't know how to handle. You just need a little bit of help. And I remember in when I was there, we had to do like therapy sessions with people, and the people that were there, and I would just stop. I didn't want to talk about myself. I mean, I did. I shared what I was going through to relate to others in there. And I gave them advice that I was receiving from like my mom, from other people around my life that really cared about me. And it was like, it just came from a deep part of me. And I think that's what sparked that notion inside of me that I wanted to be able to go out there and help people. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I just knew I was. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to start off. I'm going to get myself right first and see where life takes me. I mean, I was going to follow my brother's footsteps. I was enlisted in the military when I was 17 years old. That's what I was going to do when I was going to get out of high school. I thought I was going to go be in the United States Marine Corps. Ended up not happening. I mean, my story is really vast. It's very long. Been through a lot. I'm not going to share all that, okay? But I can tell you what, when I got involved in this industry, I was in such a bad place. I was the definition of broke, busted, and disgusted. And this man right here gave me a phone call. He didn't give me a choice. He said, "What are you doing tonight?" I said, "I'm just getting out of football practice." He's like, "Cool, I'm picking you up. We're going to go to dinner." Tell you what, guys, we did not go to dinner. We did not go to dinner. We ended up at a freaking spiritual center. I was like, "Bro, I didn't bring my prayer mat. Like, what the fuck are we doing here?" I walk in. I'm not even dressed up. He's sharp as fuck. And we walk into this freaking in this room, and there's tons of people, like literally their mid-30s and 40s, like in suits. And I'm like, "What the fuck?" And he makes me sit in front. Makes me sit in front. Okay, not like direct in front. It was like maybe like second row. And I was like, "Dude, what am I doing here? Like, what am I doing here?" But he knew, because he knew my situation. Like, we're very, very close. Like, we know, like, he's like practically my blood brother. And I tell you what, that day I made the decision, because this is what I knew. I was 19 years old, 20 years old at the time. I was divorced. I had a 15-month-old son. I had $14 in my bank account. I had a family that was struggling because they lost everything in 2008. And I had people that were literally, I lost all my friends. Everybody that was close to me, except one person is the man that's sitting next to me. None of my friends had any contact with me. I felt so alone as a human in that point in my life. And think about that. After somebody that was suicidal just a couple years prior, think about how I was probably feeling in that moment. But that gave me hope, because I saw people that were like me, people that weren't judging me, people that wanted to see me win, people that made me feel important. They're like, "Nick, all you have to do is come in and be coachable. You have to have a work ethic, and you have to want it." And I'm a pretty intense individual. I'm a very all-in type of person. And then I tell you what, I made a decision that day. I went home. Dude, remember I like applied for like 17 credit cards. I was like trying to sell shit. Like, I was texting him at like 2 in the morning. I'm like, "Dude, I don't know how I'm going to get started, but I'm going to get started." I was freaking out because I just had a feeling in my heart that I had to do this, because this was the only opportunity. I was applying for place after place after place after place after place. See, the number one reason why people don't get started in the business, because they're afraid they're going to fail. Yet they'll go out there and apply for 50 jobs and then say it's up to God. I was not about to do that. I'm thankful for what God's done in my life, but guess what? God gives us the power of choice. Whatever you believe in, we have the power of choice as humans. And I had the choice to go out there and make it happen with the opportunities that are presented before me. See, we can be given all the resources in the world, but if we're not resourceful, we're not going to be able to do anything with it. We're going to still sit there and complain, "Oh, my life's not changing," yet you have all the resources available, but you're just not being resourceful. You're being lazy. You're not making the decision to do it. You keep on saying, "I'm going to wait, I'm going to wait, I'm going to wait." What are you waiting for? Guys, I'm going to tell you the most profound quote. And I tell you what, because I have an 11-year-old. So I literally, we watched all the Disney movies, Kung Fu Panda. This is literally a Kung Fu Panda quote. So wild. If you have awareness, you guys can actually pick up on some little nuggets just over the stupidest stuff, right? The turtle, the wise turtle, this is what he said. He said, "Listen, the past is gone, okay? Tomorrow isn't promised, but today is a gift. That's why it's called the present." It's a deep quote if you really think about it. Tomorrow is not promised. The past is already gone, and today is a gift, because that's why it's called the present. So what are you doing today? What decision are you going to make today to change your situation? I don't know everybody on this call. I don't know what's your reason why you want to do stuff. I knew my reason why was I wanted to make my son proud. Now I have my son calling me and saying, "Dad, I can't wait for you to go diamond. Dad, I can't wait for you to be able to do this." I have my mom telling me yesterday, she called me crying. She's like, "Nick, I am so fucking proud of you. Everything you've been through, I can't wait to rub it in people's faces, because you're going to be great. Nick, I can't wait. You're going to I'm going to buy the whole family plane tickets to come see your promotion as people are carrying you and parading you up on stage." You know how much that means to me? Because it's about the journey. And you get to go out there and not just inspire yourself, inspire your dreams, but you got to take action today. You got to take massive, massive action. You got to make it happen. It's been a self-dominating thought my whole life. What you think about the most, you become. What you think about most. So if you are in the situation, you're like, oh my God, my life sucks, it's this, that. You are literally creating predominant thoughts that control your entire life. If you're negative, all you're going to attract is negativity. If you're positive, you will attract positivity. Will there be negative things trying to come at you? Yes, but you can deflect them. You become like Superman, Superwoman, for real. Like it's the truth. Like literally, I see no negative things. Like I'm out here building my business. I don't get negativity. It literally it attracts itself to other places. I hear about it from other people. But I swear to you guys, it's so funny how it works. It's so funny how it works. You can literally create your environment from thin air. You just have to believe it first. You have to get in harmony with everything that you want and everything you desire. But you have to make the decision. You have to take action. You can't just sit on your butt, sit in your house, eating bonbons, watching Netflix, and hoping to have different results. It doesn't work like that. Hope is merely just a wish, right? Action will make it happen. You guys got to go out there and, get moving. Make the decision today. So, Laura, thank you so much. I'm going to get inside here. We're going to go get a workout in. But I appreciate you so much for having me on this call. And, guys, I'm super excited for you. And, Laura, go ahead. It's all you.
Thank you so much, Nick. That was incredible. Like everyone's story is just like such an impact. And like I said, every single time, there's something else that I pick up where I'm like, oh my God, like that is insane. So thank you, Nick, so much for coming onto this call. I'm so grateful to, have you as a mentor as well. And you guys, I just want to wrap this thing up. It went a little overboard with the time, but that's okay. I'm actually not sorry because we shared a lot of gems. We shared a lot of value. So thank you for sticking around. And there's just one thing to say, let's level the fuck up. Let's go all in. Let's make our dreams happen. Let's just become our best version. And, I just got to say, thank you for everyone that's on the, I'm so emotional. So thank you for everyone that's on the call and thank you for sticking around. I just want to say, you guys, let's level the fuck up and welcome to be. See you then.